Uber is expanding its empire ahead of a long-awaited IPO. It's snapping up Middle East rival Careem for $3.1 billion. The deal gives Uber market dominance in the region. Careem is the biggest Middle East ride-hailing app with 30 million users across 90 cities. Careem will keep its name in the region. I spoke to the co-founder last year, 2 years ago. Magnus Olsson explained how his company has managed to thrive in a crowded market.
We started here in the region first, and I think what we're seeing globally as well is that in many regions of the world, the regional players are being very successful. And I think the answer is, or the reason for that is the same across the regions, that it's really about catering to the local needs. There are quite significant differences between markets, and even between cities.
There are differences. A user of Careem, John Defterios, joins me now from London. So the fact that Uber's buying in this sense, is this a failure of Careem or a great success that it's managed to carve out but ultimately couldn't hold up against Uber?
I think it could hold up, actually, Richard, and I think it's a compliment for what Careem has built over the last 7 years. We often talk here in London about the knowledge of the black cab driver. That is what Uber's buying into Careem because of the fascinating but very complex market of the Middle East and North Africa. Let's knock off a few things here that are important. It's the first tech unicorn in the Middle East to go down, well valued over $1 billion as a unicorn at $3.1 billion. It's also the second major tech company to be bought out from Dubai. The other one was Amazon when it bought Suit.com, the online retailer. And I think we have to say, Richard, in this case, because of this complex market, kudos goes to Dubai here because it's gone beyond trade, beyond tourism, beyond financial services, and showing it could be a tech hub. The man you interviewed, Magnus Olsson, is a Swede. His partner is Pakistani. He'll remain the CEO of the group, and the brand will live, Careem, Richard. So to the point, it not being a failure. And Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, the ruler of Dubai, sent out a tweet today saying, everybody laughed at us in 1999 when we launched Dubai Internet City. Having this deal go out today, having these companies flourish, both Souk.com and Careem, is a testimony to what we've been able to build, particularly, I would suggest, Richard, in the last 5 years, Dubai, when it comes to technology, finally clicking in, getting some startups there.
So why? How is it doing it, John? I mean, I'm not surprised that His Highness has put out that tweet, but is it justifiable?
Justifiable in a sense because they've been waiting to get some traction in this sector. And I think we have to remember, Richard, Uber does not have a great track record in the emerging markets. And I think they needed to land something before they go public later in 2019 to try to justify the $120 billion valuation. They came out of China because of the competition. Russia was very complex. They pulled out of 8 Southeast Asian countries. They're finding it very difficult to compete in India and Latin America. So to have a player that's active from Morocco in the west all the way to Pakistan in the east says something here. And I think Careem was able to maneuver through a lot of local regulations. Don't forget, in the Middle East, some of the government taxi companies are competing against Uber and Careem. And Careem even offered to take riders with cash as opposed, as you know, to the credit card situation that's set up with Uber. So they were flexible, maneuvered through some of the difficult times. And what a payoff, Richard. $3.1 billion after 7 years of business. Not bad for 2 McKinsey consultants, neither one from the Middle East, who thought they saw a crack in the market and took advantage of it.